Alright guys, welcome back to 𝖩force Gaming, and today we are reviewing the Affrio P10. Alright, so yes, this is a portable SSD that you can use to connect to your Android phone or iOS devices. Alright, and this is like a a multi-functional SSD, which is really interesting because most of the portable SSD only either work on Windows or Mac, and although they are like maybe those some are USB type C interface, but it doesn't work with phones or iPhones as well. But this one does work with them, all right. And also not only limited to phones and PC, but this SSD also can be used against like other things like consoles like PS5, Nintendo Switch, Steam Deck, etc. etc. So this is a very universal SSD, and this thing is really incredible, right? So yeah, this thing packs the latest hardware inside here, right? And yeah, what I have over here, my model is a 1 TB one, which can do read speed of up to 2000 megabytes per second. That is equivalent of 2 gigabytes of read speed per second, all right? And the write speed of up to 1800 megabytes, which is about 1.8 gigabytes per second of write speed. So that's insanely fast. And yeah, so once you open it up, you are presented with the SSD itself. All right, so this thing is surprisingly tiny. I wasn't expecting it to be this small. Okay, we will take a look at this later on. Let's see what other accessories we get in the box. Okay, so yeah, this one is just to put the SSD. Let's just see what we get inside here. I was presuming it should be some cables that you can use to connect to your smartphone. Okay, so we do get a cable. Oh, we do get a L-shaped cable, right? USB-C to USB-C, and a not curved one, just like a straight cable, so you guys can connect to your laptops or anything straight to it. All right, and my first impression on this SSD is very small. Okay, and there's a decent weight to it, but not too lightweight that it feels cheap, but it is really premium. All right, and it's not too heavy to be carried around. It's very slim, as you guys can see. All right, it's only like not much thicker than my my Xiaomi, the phone one. Yeah, it's not much thicker than that. So yeah, it's very lightweight, and there is a light indicator over here, all right, to show the indication, and there's a USB-C. So that's pretty much it. All right, and this is MagSafe compatible. So if you have an iPhone, I don't have an iPhone to demonstrate, but if you have an iPhone, all right, MagSafe, you know what MagSafe is, like a magnetic, so you just like magnets behind your iPhone. Just take this as an iPhone, for example, right? Oh, sorry, I do have an iPhone over here, but right, so it just like sticks to the back of your iPhone. So yeah, and so let's say for example, you're using this for iPhone, okay? So you can use the L-shaped cable. All right, plug these parts into the phone itself, into the SSD, right, and plug the. Sorry, let me get a iPhone 15, right, because it uses USB-C. So yeah, you have to be a USB-C, all right, and this will plug into your iPhone itself. You guys can see. Okay, so yeah, it is really nice, and it's really neat, so it doesn't take up much space. All right, and yeah, as you guys know, all right, for iPhones, most of the time if you want to like transfer certain things, and you need to require iTunes or that, all right, but this one can help you transfer easily. All right, and yeah, this one uses USB 3.2, or I think Gen 2 if I'm not wrong. So it has an insane read-write speed of up to 20 gigabits per second, which is insanely fast. All right, and 1 TB of storage. So sometimes nowadays phones, the storage are inbuilt. So my this Samsung phone is 512 gig, so I'm almost used about 470 plus gig already. So I only left with a few gigabytes left of storage. All right, so if I were to increase the storage, either I buy a new phone that is the 1 TB version, or go with something like this, the Affrio P10. All right, so I just need to connect it. Okay, because my phone is low on battery, let me just use my Xiaomi phone to demonstrate it. Okay, so yeah, just connect it at the back, and if I were to connect it in, okay, so you can see the light did light up. You can see. All right, you guys can see the light did light up, all right? And my Xiaomi did detect a USB drive, okay? Under the storage here, it shows 1 terabyte. You can see, yeah, the USB. So instantly, I can start transferring file into it instantly. So but I'm not going to transfer it. All right, but you know, you can just plug in, transfer the files, and once you're done, you can just plug it out, okay? And probably use the you know, the long cable and you know, transfer it to another of your phone. Let me just plug into my Samsung phone. Yep, USB storage added. It auto detects the USB storage. So if I go to the storage, right, if you guys see the USB storage one on my Samsung phone, you guys see? Okay, let's wait for a while. Alright, you guys can see. Alright, it's 0.98 terabytes. So once you instantly connect to your Android or iPhone, it will detect as a USB storage and you can start transferring file to it. Okay, maybe let me just show you guys the transfer speed of this. So I will just plug it into my Xiaomi phone. Alright, so I think this video, let's see what is the videos, okay. Let's see how many gig it is. So this is a 3.06 gig, alright, folder. So I'm going to transfer this, alright, move it to the USB storage. Okay, I'm going to just move it over here. Let's see how fast it is to move. Look at the speed. Guys, take a look at the speed. Look at the speed. Alright, look at the speed. Look at the speed. Alright, it's transferring at about 100 megabytes per second. Alright, I think the limiting factor is not the SSD itself, okay? It is the Xiaomi, the bandwidth, alright? So, the Xiaomi, the bandwidth, the USB-C on this Xiaomi phone is only USB-C 3.1 or 3.1 Gen 1, if I'm not wrong. So, you know, it's limited by this. So, but you guys can see at the start, it was transferring at over 500 plus megabytes. So that's really, really fast, okay? So, so if I were to use a traditional, you know, USB thumb drive, USB-C thumb drive, okay, although when I move the video to this, when I want to play the video from the SSD, from the thumb drive, it will be very, very slow. Okay, so let's see how it is to play the video. So let's see how fast it takes to load. So it's transferred now. All right, so I just need to click on it. Oh, it's instant. Okay, so this is really, really amazing. Okay, I can't believe it's instant. When I were to use other SSD or I were to use like you know, USB-C thumb drive, all right, as an external storage, when I play videos from the external storage, it will take like maybe 30 seconds to 1 minute plus to load. And if I were to, like, you know, watch movie directly from the external storage, all right, from other brands, not this one, all right, it will take forever to load. All right, this one you see, instant. Right, really, really amazing. Okay, so right now I'm going to just stop the recording for this phone. I am going to plug this thing out, okay, and I am going to plug it into my Samsung phone, all right, and see how fast it is, all right, to load the video directly from it. Okay, so if I were to go to my file manager, okay, and go to external storage, all right, the video is over here. So if I were to click on it, video player, it is that instant. Look at how instant it is. All right, I can play video instantly. There is no, if you guys have used external, you know, devices before on your Android phone or iPhone, all right, it will take some time to load, and this is instant. All right, so maybe let's transfer it out to my my DCIM. All right, I'm gonna just leave it at DCIM. Okay, and let's move here. Alright, look at how far. Okay, Samsung doesn't show the speed, but you can see how fast it's transferring out. Okay, because Samsung, mine was the Z Fold 5. Okay, it supports USB 3.2 Gen 2, so you can see how fast it is to transfer 3 gigabytes. It takes about like 3 to 4 seconds to transfer a 3 gigabytes file to my internal storage. That is how fast this SSD is. So you can see how fast it is. Alright, so yeah, it is transferred into my external storage so I can watch it. So yeah, this is how easy it is. You just plug into another phone. You can transfer the files seamlessly with this SSD. So this is really, really incredible, right? So yes, though sometimes if it's slow, the limiting factor it is the device itself, the port. Alright, doesn't support the latest and the fastest, you know, generation of USB. But my Samsung phone does, and you can see how fast it is to transfer out. Okay, so if I were to transfer it back in again, alright, I'll move it back into my internal storage. Alright, I'll just click on move here. Alright, you can see how fast it is moving in. Look, alright, I think in just less than 5 seconds, it is inside already. So yeah, this is how fast and how incredible this SSD is. So it's proven the speed, all right, it does reach the speed, all right, it's so easy, so fast. A 3 GB file can be transferred so instantly. It's really incredible, all right. So yeah, this is the speed of the Affrio P10. So yeah, but you know, there is also a lot of, you know, external solutions for phones as well. Like for example, there is like, you know, those USB drive, USB-C thumb drive that, you know, can use to store files as well. But there's one limitation to those kind of things compared to this. Okay, first of all, the speed is not there at all. The speed, although they advertise really can up to 280 megabytes per second, which is 10 times slower than the speed, the read and write speed of this. Alright, but when the actual usage, you were to use it, alright, it's way slower. I think it's about 14.8 megabytes per second of read write speed. Is extremely terrible. Alright, I have used once before, I won't say the brand, or I've used a few USB-C external storage to extend my phone storage, and I tell you, those are extremely slow. And sometimes I want to like load some videos, or I want to like you know, watch some movies or what, it takes a long time to even load it into the USB drive itself. So it's really slow. Alright, so if you want something that is fast and can, you know, just transfer and can work universally, so you just need one of this, and you know, you can store your important data, and you can, you know, access it through different phones, your, you know, your PS5, PS4, or you can, you know, access it on your computer. So you know, this thing is very handy and very useful. Which I love about this is, you know, the way it is very thin, very lightweight, best for traveling or carrying around. You don't, most of the time, you know, portable SSD, they are quite a they are like a huge chunk. They usually like about this size, right? It's very inconvenient. Even the smallest one I've seen, right, it's still about the size of a box. So it's very inconvenient to, like, you know, bring it around. But with this so small, and you get such a large capacity, all right. So this one can also go up to 4 terabytes, all right. But you can choose how many terabytes you want. But my one is 1 terabyte, and you know, it's just plug and play, no configuration needed, no need to download any drive, any hardware. Alright, it is just that simple. And you know, if you're an iPhone user, it will be a bonus, alright, because you know, it just sticks to the back of your phone. Alright, so yeah, so once again, let's check out this, alright, this Affrio P10 portable SSD. Alright, you guys can check out the first link in the video description down below and get it for yourself. So that's all, guys, and this is 𝖩force Gaming, and I shall see you guys in my next video. Peace out.
Cry.